I joined NSA while I was still in college at The Ohio State University. At my very first winter workshop, I was one of several people given 10 or so minutes to showcase. I distinctly remember meeting Cavett Robert afterwards for the very first time. He told me that I was destined for greatness as a professional speaker. It wasn't until a few years later that I learned Cavett told everyone that. But his enthusiasm for speaking and his enthusiasm for life were contagious. He was the spark plug that fired the engine of NSA and its growth. I got to spend some time years later with Cavett and Trudy as colleagues in Speakers Roundtable, and his spirit was as strong as ever even though his body was aging. Cavett was the real deal. And the spirit of Cavett lives on anytime someone in the National Speakers Association speaks a little better or offers a helping hand to a colleague. I'm grateful for Cavett Robert.
As you can see, I am wearing my 40-year NSA pin. That means I'm probably decades older than you, and to prove I did know Cavett Robert. In case we haven't had the pleasure of meeting, I'm Patricia Fripp. I was the first woman president of the National Speakers Association. And I am the only NSA member, the only NSA past president, the only Hall of Fame keynote speaker who cut Cavett Robert's hair. And Trudy, his wife, said it was the best haircut and the most handsome he had ever looked in his entire life. The year I became president was the year that I sold my hairstyling salon to my staff. My advice? Think big, start small. At NSA, you will hear a lot of advice and a lot of people telling you this is what you should do. Remember, you can't do it all. Select well. Make decisions now that will help you where you want to be in 5, 10, and 15 years. Good luck. I look forward to meeting you.
In 1990, I had an experience that changed my life completely. I met a woman at the convention in Atlanta from Louisville, Kentucky, and I happened to be working with a hospital here, so we had dinner, and one thing led to another, and today she's my wife, Elizabeth Jeffries, RN, CSP, CPAE. So be careful, NSA could change your life. But Elizabeth and I became close friends with Cavett and Trudy and their daughters Lynn and Lee, and I have many fond memories of Cavett Robert. But probably the one that stands out in my mind is when I chaired the publishing lab at our NSA Center for Professional Speaking in Tempe, Arizona. We had about 90 people in the room who came together to learn about writing and publishing books. And Cavett came in, he was probably 85 years old at the time. He came in and sat right in the front row. And he took notes and he engaged with the participants. He was a learner, a absorber of ideas, but he was also an encourager. And he was there to encourage and support those other NSA members were there. So if you are serious about being in the business of speaking professionally, NSA is the place to be, and the spirit of Cavett will change your life.